We have to have a closing statement.
Did you want to say something?
Okay, I'm not closing.
Yeah, if they say that. Put it right at your lips. Kiss it.
Okay, I think I need to follow up. What?
It's been closed now for.
No, it burned down. It's gone.
It's gone. But you know, that's property that you could put another restaurant right there.
I think what you need to do now is the commitment for a park first.
Commitment to the park is what we're looking for.
And if you want restaurants, you got downtown city center.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I just want, while the question of mine was Tina said, let me say one thing.
Everybody listen up for 1 second here, and then we'll have closing remarks. Can you hear us?
Well, I may have something else to say after they close, but I want this while fresh in mind about the thing about real estate. The biggest argument the development side has is that, hey, we can put more houses here, it will lower your real estate tax. There's more than 76,900 housing units in Newport News. That's in the comprehensive draft plan. 205 more, even if it's the most optimistic predictions, wouldn't lower your taxes more than a few dollars. And most likely you're going to do that. So it's not to change your tax. Has your tax been lowered with all the development in the last 10 years? Tell me that. It's not that it's developing. What will happen to Newport News to make it more of a place to live, more livable is what I call it, for everybody, is to keep what we have left of nature, to keep what we have left of the waterfront for the public. We don't want it to be set aside for another elite group. Thank you.
Well, I think that pretty well summarizes our position. Dr. Woodbury, would you like to make your final closing remarks?
This lady has been raising her hand.
Is there time for just one more question that you may not be able to answer now, but to think about for the future?
Go ahead, one more.
Let's say that down the road, whenever, the vote is to keep it a park. What legal guarantee do the citizens have that 4, 5, 6 years ago, when some of you are out and some new ones are in, that's going to remain intact and not get undone?
You can't guarantee that, and you will hear that we are not limited by, the past councils. I happen to respect that, but I think, this is going to be a decision that will be made by this council. I just want to end because a young man wrote a letter to the city manager, and I wanted to read part of it because I think it says what I think. A beautiful public park is a necessity for every city's well-being because a city consists of people, and people love having parks to go to. The more parks a city contains, the happier its residents are, and the more renowned the city becomes. For example, Pittsburgh. There is a serious shortage of public parkland in Newport News, and this new opportunity to obtain more public land for Riverview Farm Park, although the methods through which the land was obtained were unfortunate, is an obvious must. We must not let this newly opened land be put to developmental use rather than be added to the farm park's public property. This land, if added to the park, will help satisfy the much-needed increase in Newport News public park space. It's such a shame to watch every piece of land out there be used for building things and removing history, nature, and beauty. This land can be used for widely desired waterfront access, and if something must be built there, then perhaps someone's career dreams could be satisfied in setting up a new restaurant on the water, for example. Please do not side with any plans to use this land for anything other than public access. Sincerely, Stephen Woodlackey, a young man. And that says it for me.
Thank you very much for having the meeting. Thank you very much for letting me come and talk about and answer some of the questions, to dispel rumors, to talk about the truth, to look at you in the eye and say, this is what I'd like to see, and I agree with pretty much most of you. We just need to get to that point where we determine that it is a park sooner rather than later. We want council to feel comfortable with this decision. We want all council members to embrace this. We don't want it to be tough for them. It should be easy, but we need to give people their space. You know, there's tremendous synergy in working with 7 people, and you know, you have to give people time to make sure they feel comfortable, and you want them to, and that's the way I try to proceed. I happen to feel pretty darn comfortable with this because I kind of know how I feel. I want to, if I ever have the good fortune of having children that have children, I'd like to take them to that place and say, look out there. That's where Captain John Smith was with Christopher Newport in 1607. And before that, there were, yeah, so thank you so much for coming. I want you to continue to give us your ideas, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
A big thank you to Councilor Bateman, Councilor Woodbury, and we're very happy to see Councilwoman Vick and Councilman Harris here too. I don't know if he's still in the building, but some final remarks from our president.
Again, I would like to thank all of you for coming here tonight. I want to say, I'm a member of this church, and about a year and a half ago, I was on a picnic at Riverview Park, and I was thinking, why did they name this Riverview Park or Farm Park anyway? And I walked down toward the river, and that was before I knew where that one little overlook was. And I said, where can I find the river anyway? And I said, and I kept thinking, there's so many people that live up in this part of the city, around Oyster Point, Mitchfield, Denby. And how did they get to the river? They come down to Huntington Park. I actually live closer to Huntington Park, and I've noticed how crowded it has become in recent years because the waterfront has really been open to the public there. It's not sufficient for a city that's going on 200,000 people. We need this park at Riverview. All of the city parks. Please, sign the petition. Take some home with you and go out and gather signatures. Come to City Council. Come to the meeting 2 weeks from now. If you come early, come like 6 o'clock to Grissom Library or before for Harris's, Councilman Harris.
If you all showed up at City Council, that would be very impressive. We're not going to let you leave till you sign a petition. 24 Washington Avenue downtown.
Okay. Great.